Hello and welcome to Wednesdays with the YP. This is William Davis, youth pastor at Clays Mill Baptist Church in Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for joining us today. It's always a privilege to be with you on Wednesday afternoons to talk about youth ministry, to answer questions, share ideas, and get together about what we love and what is our life, which is youth ministry. By the way, if you have any questions or you would like to share ideas, you can email us at theyplife@gmail.com. That's theyplife@gmail.com. We got a question this week about handling a situation with a parent, a situation or a problem with a parent. And so we're going to take the broadcast today and we're going to talk about what to do when you have a problem with a parent. Now, I would love to tell you that everything you do is going to be well received and going to be praised and never going to be criticized or negative things aren't going to be said about how you do your youth ministry, but I would be lying. And so I want to be honest. And thus we have to deal with how to handle problems with parents. In Matthew 18, verse 15, the Bible says, "Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother." Now, we don't like to handle problems biblically, but biblically is how we should handle problems, especially when we're talking about problems with church members or parents of teenagers. So basically what the Bible says is, first of all, I want to be sure I identify the problem. What is the fault? What is the issue? What is the problem that we have or that they have that I know about or that I have that I want to share with them? And so I want to make sure that I identify the problem. I do not want to base what I am dealing with on hearsay. I want to make sure I can identify the problem. All right. Then second of all, I want to include the person. Include the person. I want to go to the person that I have the problem with. If me and another parent are having a disagreement, it gives me no help to talk to another parent about that parent. That is not helpful at all. That will only hurt in the long run. In the beginning, it may feel good. It may make you feel better about your situation. It may even give you some ideas about the situation. But in the end, it will come out negative for you in the future solving problems with that person. So I want to make sure that I identify the problem, I include the person, and then third of all, you want to make sure that you imitate principle. Imitate principle. You see, as I identify the problem and I include the person, I must then act by principle. I want to make sure that the things I do, the things I say, the way I treat the person, the way I handle the situation is imitating principle. I want to make sure that I glorify God and His Word in all that I do. And so I want to make sure as I'm preparing to solve problems with parents that I do so based on principle. Based on principle. Now, let me just give you a couple of tips here, and that'll help you with dealing with a parent. All right. Number one, hear the entire matter. Do not listen to just half of the situation, either from another parent or from another teenager or from their teenager. Be sure you get the entire story, hear the entire matter, and make sure that you know what's going on. Then second of all, just know that in ministry, you deal with people and there will be problems. In dealing with people, there will be problems. It's a natural part of life. You know, we're all sinners. We all slip up in our flesh. And so just know that there will be problems. Then, number three, let me say this, be quick to apologize. Be quick to apologize. If there's something that I said or did wrong, I want that parent to know that I'm not above apologizing for how the situation took place. Now, I will not apologize for principle or truth, but I will apologize for disposition and action. So just keep that in mind. Then number 4, don't respond quickly. Don't respond quickly. You get a scathing email on Wednesday night after church, and you want to fire back. You're tired. You've been at it all day. You're tired, and you type all this out. If you type the same email on Thursday or Friday, it will be a dramatically different response. And so don't respond quickly. Then number 5, listen not to respond, but to understand. When you're talking with the parent, listen to them, not just so you can answer or tell them what's right, but listen to understand. See their point of view, see their perspective, and that'll help you understand where they're coming from and help you in the future in dealing with a future problem with a parent. Then number 6, remind the parent that we have a common purpose. We both want to see their children do God's will, serve the Lord, do right, grow up, and so we are on the same team. And so the parents that we have trouble with, they're not bad people. They're just for their young people. They're for their kids, and so you don't have to feel threatened or feel like that they're upset at you. But what we need to do is make sure that it's a principle based problem. And so then number seven, consult with the pastor about problems you may have. Now, obviously, don't do it Wednesday night before church or Sunday before Sunday school, But at some point in time, you want to fill him in on an issue you may be having, because he may be having the same problem with that parent. He knows the parents better than you do, and he will let you know whether your position is correct, and he will more than likely support your position in the problem, or at least in solving the problem. He can also give you some much needed wisdom and guidance. That is one of his church members, and so he wants the situation to be solved in a decent and orderly fashion, and so he'll give you some wisdom and instruction there. So listen, I wish that the parents were all in and they were going to do everything we said, and they were just going to follow along, but they're not. And part of that's good, because that's their kids and they care about their kids. So as a youth pastor, I got to see that I may have a disagreement, or I may have someone that don't like something we do. That's okay. If it's personality-based problem, hey, we can fix that. But if it's a principle-based problem, then we need to meet, we need to talk, we need to hash this out, and just some ways there to go about it whenever that there's a problem with a parent. And so hopefully that's a help and a blessing to you. And hopefully you don't have too many of those. But if you do, there's a little bit of help for that, and especially for the one that emailed. So till next time, check out yplife.org. Lots of ideas. Awesome website. Get the app. It's on Apple. It's on Android. It's available. And we want you to have it. It's free of charge. And we want you to have it. Till next time, keep serving the next generation.